Yo guys, hope you're all well. Another rendition, or is rendition the right word? Like my description says, it's not just bikes, it's not just trials, it's also load my cars. And behind me, you're probably looking at this thinking, what the hell is that? Here's a Corsa B, and there's a big story behind this car. I am currently rebuilding it. Well, I was, and it's been sat for ages. I have had this car since I was 17. My dad bought me this car. He's not here anymore, bless him. And I have kept it all these years. Anyone that knows me knows that me and my brothers have had some pretty cool cars over the years, but I've always held on to the Corsa. And it's been featured like 7 times, max power days and total Vauxhall and all that sort of stuff. And its last build, it was a C20 LET, fully forged, and it was running about 425 horsepower, and it was amazing. And it was my pride and joy. Driving it to work one morning, I hadn't latched the bonnet down properly, and it flew up, smashed the roof in, and it's got a big dent on the roof. So I took it off the road and parked it in the garage and left it there for a while, and finally got round to sorting it out. And it went to a garage. After about 3 or 4 months, I was wondering what was going on with it, but the car disappeared, and this is what I was left with. So here's one of the features. Well, it's the last feature actually. It was in June 2006. Did all the shoot outside of work. Just bear with me, I'm using my new Pocket 4 gimbal camera. That was shot in Thornwell Tunnel. Really stupid picture of me in here as well. Right. Boot install was really sick though. That was done by a company called Moving Sounds. Stupid face. Not even going to show that. It just looks ridiculous. Yeah, that was one of its features, one of its last features. I believe that was its actual last feature. It used to be absolutely pristine, man. It looked like that, and then the bonnet flew up, like I said, going to work, smashed the windscreen. Got a windscreen fitted that day while I was at work, drove it all the way down the M4 with no windscreen in it. I had to bend the bonnet back flat because my dad was going mental. I was going to be late for work on a Saturday. So I drove it all the way without no windscreen, pair of sunglasses on. When I got it home, I put it in the garage and didn't touch it for about 6 months. I couldn't let it go. It had basically been taken, stripped, everything was taken off it. Doors, boot, bonnet, and this is literally what I had left. And they'd also cut the tunnel out of it. It had no bulkhead in it. The front chassis leg had been taken out of it, and it had no boot floor in the back. So I have re-put the tunnel in, redone the bulkhead, the boot floor's back in it, redone the front chassis legs. I actually bought a 2000 plate, 23,000 mile Corsa B. It was absolutely immaculate, a silver one, off a little old, well, a genuine little old lady who'd had it from like new. And you're probably gonna think, what? But I brought it home, discutted it to pieces to get all the bits out of it I needed. And all the small stuff, all the nuts and bolts, rear beam, everything. So I had all the stock stuff so I could kind of put the car back together and then modify, because that's where I'll be going with it. But I'm basically gonna make it a modern day version of what it was. And obviously, you know, I'm more skilled than I was all those years ago. And obviously the stuff you can do with tuning now is so fast, isn't it? So I'm not going to spoil the surprise just yet. I'm not going to say what engine I'm going to be running in the car, but I am going to sort of document as I just go through this now over the next few weeks to get it ready to go to paint. It will be as good as it was, but better, with a little bit more of a modern twist. So if you enjoy cars, if you enjoy car builds, if you like the retro stuff, then this will definitely be for you. When my first daughter was born, this was the car I was driving when she was born. I drove this car to my wedding. It's the car I took my wife out in the first time we ever kind of went out on like a date or what have you. Not I'd called it a date, you know, we went out for food. And so it holds loads of sentimental value, and I'm really looking forward to starting this car again. So I've had it a long time. I think once it's back on the road, you know, it'd just be amazing. Hang around and follow it if you're into that sort of stuff, because it's going to be really interesting. The first job I'm going to be doing today is the initial job that it should have had done. Is the roof's got a big dent in it. Not the A-pillars, that's all fine. The roof's got a big dent in it. So I got a spot weld drill all the spot welds out so I can take the roof skin off which works great because I've got to weld all the cage into it as well, so it'll be great without the roof skin. I'll be able to do it from the top as well. So yeah, stay tuned and let's get on that. Right, first things first, let's spin her around. It's an absolute mission. It's kind of dangerous. Huge dent in here. It goes all the way around. So the first job, like I said, we got to drill. This is going to take ages. I got to drill all these spot welds all the way around, and this whole roof panel will literally just come off. Got another brand new roof panel to go on it, but that won't go on anytime soon because next then is to get inside and start fabricating the roll cage. So there we have it. That took about 3 hours. Tomorrow now I'll just grind that back just to smooth it all off. I've made the foot plates up, front end of the cage and the B-pillar part of the cage, and I've tacked it in. So yeah, tacked in that plate. I've been welding in the back one over there, just trying to get the settings right. Tacked that one in over that side as well. So yeah, let's do a little bit more welding. Bloody hell, it's like the hottest place on earth right now. In here, I think it's like 32 degrees outside. Welding, jeans on, hoodie on, not very nice. So there you are, guys. It's been a long ass day. It is 8:37. The cage is predominantly tacked in now. Dan's been up here helping me. He's a really good TIG welder. The front triangles that go through the kind of bulkhead wheel arches and then weld into the suspension strut tops. What an absolute mission. The B pillar main bar was an absolute nightmare because it was bent inwards a lot, so I had to jack that out, and that took some time to sort of fettle and get it in the right position. Loads left to do, but we are on a mission. So many amazing memories with this car, and I really can't wait to see it back to its former glory and better. Hey everyone, welcome to another sunny day. We test fitted the cage, tacked it in and sort of strapped it up, checking measurements and making sure everything fits as it should. Ground those tacks back off and remove the cage now just to kind of prep the inside of the body a bit better. Take everything out. I'm going to wire wheel a few bits on the car as well and just get everything cleaned up nice. Start putting the cage back in now on Tuesday. It is T45. I'm going to jump in the car now and do a bit of wire wheeling in a few places just to clean parts of the body up where it's been stood for a while. Once the cage is done, the next phase will be engine mounts. And after the engine mounts for the engine I'm running, which I'm going to keep secret for the time being, I'm going to be tubbing out the arches because I am going to run slightly wider body, hoping when the car is finished, we're aiming for a brake horsepower of about 600 to 650. So I want it to be wider so I can run much wider front wheels with slick tyres. I'm not sure on gearbox choices yet. And engine management, I do want to have flat shifting. So that's all to come. I'm getting ahead of myself. But anyway, on with the show. Bit of wire wheeling now and a bit of priming. So that's another day done. I'm going to finish it there. Got quite a lot done. Cage has been prepped now. All the ends ready for TIG welding. I've wire wheeled all the front end of the floor inside the car and all in the engine bay. So that's all done inside the engine bay and on the back side of the bulkhead as well. And I've done most of the floor here. That's enough for today. So all the bulkhead, the chassis legs and the front chassis legs and the back side of the bulkhead, that's all nice and clean. All along the foot plates now for where the cage goes, that's all wire wheeled and ready. And the foot plates in the front half of the car, so from the B pillar and the A pillar, they're fully welded in now. It's coming along, not hanging about. Now on Tuesday, we will be fitting the cage and fabricating it all in. I haven't had a chance today to cut the holes for the front triangle for the cage, but I'll do that probably Monday now. So as per usual, you get started on one job and it's far worse than you think. So was doing the hole in the sill on the driver's side, and yeah, the rot's just really bad on the inner sill. So I've just ordered 2 brand new sills for both sides of the car. But have a look at this. So yeah, just where the acid has sat inside the inner sill for ages and it just eaten away all the inner skin. I'm gonna leave it there for now. I've ordered 2 brand new sills for both sides, so I'll end up having to cut the entire sill out on both sides, remove any remaining rust that's inside. What I'm going to do now is crack on cleaning up any little bits of surface rust where it's been stirred, and then epoxy priming stuff just to protect it. Crack on filling these holes in and removing the seat bar. Let's get on that. So that's another job done. Cleaned all the bottom underside of the body. It's all been wire wheeled back, flappy wheeled back, a bit of zinc weld through primer back all over it now just to protect it for the time being, because it is going to be in the garage now until it's finished, so I can just have that kind of peace of mind. Looks a lot cleaner now, which is wicked. There we go, that's another job ticked off. Up inside, the wheel arches have been done as well. They're all perfect now, so I'm going to flip the car back over and get the remainder of that seat bar out, ready for the side mounted bars to go in. Let's get on with that. Okay guys, so that's another full day done. It's 5 o'clock, I'm shattered. The underside of the car is done. The sill, got most of the rot out of that, but we've got to wait now for new full sills to come through, and I'll cut them right out and replace them. The inner arches are all done on the front and the rear, and I got that horrible seat bar out finally. The rust underneath isn't too bad, and it's just a bit of service stuff. I've already wire wheeled it all off. There's a few small holes to repair, little rust holes to repair. Nothing major. So tomorrow I'm going to put all the floor plates in, fix the small holes in the floor as well, and then tomorrow afternoon Dan's up for us to do our final fit with the roll cage. So I think I'm going to make this the first episode, and I'm going to end it here so I can do an edit and get this out. I've had a few people asking me when it'll be out. Yeah, it's a bit of a rush one. It was a last minute decision to do this one, and I hope it doesn't bore you and I haven't repeated myself too many times. On the next episode of the Corsa build, you'll see the cage going in, the cage installed, and all that cool stuff. Stay tuned. If you like car builds and retro stuff, then I'm sure you're going to love the Corsa. Such a nostalgic car for me. My dad isn't here anymore, sadly, and this is the car he bought me. I've had it since I'm 17. It's going to be epic. I'm going to throw loads of money at it. It's going to be powerful. It's going to look amazing. I can't wait to finally get it. Like the day I start the car, well, that's going to be an emotional day. So stay tuned, stay with it, subscribe if you haven't, drop a comment. What car do you drive? What did you drive back in the day? And I know it's a Corsa. I know lots of people are going to be like, why are you spending all this time on a Corsa? Because of what it meant, and I've kept it all this time. That's the end of episode 1, but don't worry, I'm filming again tomorrow with Dan, and the next episode will be coming through really quickly. Thanks for joining me, and I will see you on the next one. Take care of yourself.